Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of October 21st, 2024. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Aerial and artillery strikes. The Russian military utilized operational tactical aviation, drones, missile forces, and artillery to target Ukrainian energy facilities, military airfields, and concentrations of forces, indicating a strategic focus on weakening Ukraine's military infrastructure and supply lines.
Welcome to Frontline Updates podcast, where we delve into the latest updates on global defense and strategic operations. Today, we are honored to be joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Colonel Oguntoye will brief us on the special military operation and give us an update as of October 21st, 2024. Colonel, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm here to provide an update on the current state of the operation.
Let's dive right into it. Colonel, can you start by giving us an overview of what's been happening in the field? What is the current status of the special military operation as of today?
As of October 21st, 2024, the armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to carry out the special military operation. We've been making significant advances on multiple fronts, with our various groups of forces engaged in both offensive operations and repelling counterattacks by the Ukrainian armed forces. Across all sectors, we've inflicted substantial losses on Ukrainian manpower and military equipment, while strengthening our tactical positions.
Let's break this down by region, starting with the North Group of Forces. What's the latest from the Kharkov direction?
The North Group of Forces has been active in the Kharkov region. We've successfully engaged Ukrainian forces from the 57th Motorized Infantry, 92nd Airborne Assault Brigades, as well as the 112th and 113th Territorial Defense Brigades in areas around Maly-Prokody, Verkhnaya Pisarevka, Vovchansk, and Artelnoy. During these operations, the Ukrainian armed forces suffered the loss of up to 55 servicemen, 2 vehicles, and a 122mm D-30 howitzer.
That's a considerable impact. What about the West Group of Forces? How have they been progressing?
The West Group of Forces has made significant gains in improving tactical positions. We've inflicted losses on various Ukrainian brigades, including the 3rd Tank Brigade and multiple mechanized and assault brigades. These operations took place across Petropavlivka, Kupiansk, Novosinovo, and other key locations in the Kharkiv and Donetsk regions. Ukrainian forces in this area lost up to 350 servicemen, 2 vehicles, a U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, and a 105mm M119 gun. Additionally, we destroyed 3 field ammunition depots.
It seems like the Ukrainian forces are facing heavy resistance. Moving to the Southern Group of Forces, can you provide an update on their activities?
The Southern Group of Forces has also been successful in strengthening its positions along the front. We engaged and defeated multiple Ukrainian formations, including the 24th, 30th, and 93rd Mechanized Brigades, as well as several airborne and motorized infantry units. Ukrainian losses were substantial, up to 720 servicemen, 3 vehicles, a Polish-made Krab self-propelled artillery unit, and a British-made FH-7155mm howitzer. Additionally, we repelled 2 counterattacks by the 81st Airmobile Brigade.
That's quite a significant number of personnel lost on the Ukrainian side. What can you tell us about the Center Group of Forces and their efforts?
The Center Group of Forces has been advancing deep into enemy defenses, targeting Ukrainian brigades in Dzerzhinsk, Shcherbanovka, and other areas within the Donetsk People's Republic. We've repelled 14 counterattacks by Ukrainian mechanized and assault brigades. In total, the Ukrainian forces lost over 430 servicemen, several vehicles, and heavy artillery, including a 152mm MSTB howitzer and a Gvozdika self-propelled artillery unit. We also destroyed U.S.-made Bradley infantry fighting vehicles and other military equipment.
That's a detailed overview of the Center Group's progress. What about the East Group of Forces?
The East Group of Forces has occupied more advantageous positions in the Donetsk People's Republic, engaging in inflicting losses on the 72nd Mechanized Brigade and several territorial defense brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. Ukrainian forces lost around 90 servicemen, 2 vehicles, and 2 self-propelled artillery units, specifically the Bogdana and the Polish-made Crab.
The DNEPR Group of Forces is another key player in this operation. What have they achieved recently?
The Dnieper Group of Forces has been engaged in the Zaporizhia and Kherson regions. We've inflicted losses on several Ukrainian brigades, including mechanized and mountain assault units. The Ukrainian side lost 55 servicemen, 2 vehicles, and a 122mm D-30 howitzer. Additionally, a field ammunition depot was destroyed, further weakening their logistical capabilities.
Beyond the ground operations, can you tell us how air and missile strikes have been supporting these efforts?
Operational tactical aviation, drones, missile forces, and artillery have played a critical role in targeting Ukrainian infrastructure, particularly their energy facilities and military airfields. We've also struck production workshops, storage facilities for unmanned aerial vehicles, and concentrations of Ukrainian forces in 127 districts. These strikes have disrupted their ability to support their frontline operations effectively.
How have air defenses been performing against Ukrainian threats?
Our air defense systems have been very effective. In the past 24 hours alone, we've shot down 3 U.S.-made HIMARS rockets and 52 unmanned aerial vehicles. This is part of our ongoing effort to neutralize Ukrainian aerial threats and protect our positions.
Those are staggering figures. Lastly, could you give us a brief update on the situation in the Kursk region, where Ukrainian forces attempted to penetrate Russian territory?
Yes, the situation in the Kursk region is under control. Our North Group of Forces has been actively repelling Ukrainian forces, inflicting losses on their mechanized, airborne assault, and marine brigades. We've successfully defeated several Ukrainian formations near settlements such as Kalmykov and Novoivanovka, and repelled a counterattack by the 82nd Airborne Assault Brigade. Over the course of these operations, the enemy lost 15 servicemen, along with tanks and armored vehicles. Our aviation and artillery strikes have further damaged concentrations of Ukrainian manpower and equipment across multiple locations.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. It's important that the public stays informed about the realities on the ground, and I'm glad to provide that clarity. The Gornyak is located right between Kurakovka and Zoriany, which was taken the day before by the 110th Brigade of the Russian Armed Forces. As expected, the Ukrainian Armed Forces units, which miraculously survived after leaving the fire pocket near Nevelskoye, did not have time to rest, recover, and receive reinforcements and almost immediately came under fire from the advancing group of the Russian Armed Forces.